another IRL forging. This is diving into some, what's this called? Dark Tidings here. And yeah, so we got two decks here. My friend and I played, and I haven't done this in a while, so this is kind of like a would you rather. Which one of these would you have rather played? We played it in a sealed adaptive formats, not looking at the deck, cracking it open, shuffling them, and playing and seeing what's in store as we go, and then obviously doing it adaptive style. So first up, we have Rowdy the Furiously Dashing. Great name. So in this deck, we have, to kick things off, is Backup Plan, and this was my first time ever seeing this card, and it says, for each creature your opponent controls in excess of you, archive the top card of your deck. Pretty cool. Hella Gruins on here, screaming and running for their lives. Sorry, Scuzzy. Alright, and then we have Anomaly Exploiter, Fila with a capture, another Fila, Forgive and Forget, amazing card. Mecha Buoy, Positron Bolt, Edai, Final Analysis, Old Egad, two Phase Shifts, and then onto Dinos with a Crassosaurus, Diplomacy, Anklo Formation, Bury Riches, Humble, Siren's Horn, Ultrista Rostrum, which is a really cool card, Censor, Philo, love that card, Consul Primus, Chronicon Octavia, Crushing Charge, Medicus Lacus, and then move on to Shadows with a Maverick Embervac, Submersible, two Old Brunos, and then we have Cement Shoes, Francis the Economist, Hard Simpson, Jackie Tar, Mug, two Seeker Needles, and a Shoulder Id. Now, there are the stats for this deck. What do I like about this deck? Well, I will say that it's really cool because it has sick artifacts, and there's like a ton of them too. So you have Anomaly Exploiter, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts, which is really nice for the cycle. But the Seeker Needle Anomaly Exploiter play is really cool. Obviously, Mecha Buoy is just so annoying. It's really nice if it works on your side. If we go over to the Dinos, we have Crassosaurus, which doesn't go off, but it's nice in the sense that it exists. Then you have things like Bury Riches for all the captures, Humble to deal with that, Siren's Horn, Altruist Rostum for all that captured Ember, which works really nicely with Censor Philo. So you basically just make it so you move from one creature to another, and then Censor Philo can swing into it, and guess what? No damage. Love it. Same with Consul Primus. It all goes really well with having captured Ember and whatnot. And then, of course, Medicus Laucus, which is a card that is basically says, it basically says take 3 chains or let your opponent forge with the Ember on their creatures. So yeah, this, I've never seen anyone use this, and if they did, it's because they forgot to. So yeah, just a misplay is the only way that goes off. And then obviously the Ember Vac here with a Raised Tide is really nice. It's just nice to have actually a Maverick in your deck, but the Raising the Tide factor is really helpful when you have Mecha Buoy, not having to spend money to do that, or sorry, take chains. And then double Old Bruno, Silencio Bruno right here for those Luca fans out there. That's really good. I like that. Cement Shoes, again, ways to raise the tide. You love to see it. Hard Simpson with the Seeker Needles. Yeah, you'll love to see it. Mug is really nice because you have your own creatures you can mug, especially Crassosaurus, because the 2 armor would mean that you just get the Ember from it. So it's always nice. And then, of course, Shoulder Id, just for a little bit of taunt protection. And then I skipped Logos. The Filas are just nice for draw, Forgive and Forget. Again, there's stuff in here you want to pull back. Who knows? Backup plans, there's a bunch of things depending on where you're at in the game. You're going to use Forgive and Forget in different ways, maybe even purging if necessary. Again, a little bit of damage control, or damage board control, some more board control with you being able to draw. Old Egad is always fun to have in the mix, and of course double Phase Shift. Who doesn't love to see that? It works really well if you Final Analysis and then get some stuff. So yeah, this is a really cool deck. Really great synergy with the Saurians and having Ember on them, which I'm loving about it. And then let's go on to the other deck, which is She Who Advances Bears. What a sick name. And the first thing right off the top of this is we got the chase cards, which is what I'm calling them, but there's double. So there's 2 Orpheal and 2 Orpheons in here, which is really cool. Gatekeeper for that scaling control. Hold Fast. Light Everlasting, which is really cool based on some of the Sanctum cards in here, i.e. Gatekeeper out of the blue for Ember control. Grand Melee is really nice. Heal or Harm is really good, of course. Who doesn't love that? Larry of the Lake, which is really potent when you have Urium the Circumspect. And then, of course, Taxing Journey is just a little bit more Ember control. So a lot of Ember control here. And then we move over to Star Alliance with a Dive Pod. So you can get some Skirmish or Elusive depending what you need. Or I guess not depending what you need, depending on the situation. And you got Cheetah, which is really cool. Extra Elusive. I love the Elusive thing. Lay of the Land for some digging. Stunner. Ember back in this deck as well. Hawkins for a little burst. Double Grand Alliance Council. You love to see it. Some of the best removal in the game. So great removal in this. And then we got an Officer's Blaster. King Can with a Capture Pip. Technobabble to slow things down. Zapping some things. Voice of Recusal, which actually works really well with your Urium Circumspect as well. To get a little bit extra armor. So potentially you can have 4 armor on there. You love that. Brain Drain. Very nice disruption. This would be a cool mat to have. Figurific Rod, again, some more disruption. Netcaster, again, more disruption. Double Hook Master, which is really good Ember control in here. And then you have Horde Sign-In. Portal is nice. Double Seabringer Krakoa for the taunt. Storm Surge, so they can't ready their cards, which can be really potent. And of course, Wiccola, again, some more key cost. The way it works here, you kind of are using the board of your Unfathomable or the board of your Sanctum and just going out. The Star Alliance is kind of just called here and there as it's in your hand. It's kind of the way it goes. Yeah, these are fun. Like having all these here is a ton of fun. The Hold Fast as well is really great. Yeah, ready and heal. Ready and fight with a friendly creature, which could trigger Hold Fast potentially, which is really nice. And yeah, just getting some armor across the board is great. Like, well, the tide is high. Your creatures are sitting pretty if you get both Recusal and Larry out. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Star Alliance is not much. You're just kind of calling it when you need to, but there's like no creatures in there. There's literally 2 creatures. Well, I guess Cheetah counts, so 3. But you just kind of go into this just to do a little bit of cycling, dig for some things, and then you're really just getting a board with your Unfathomable and your Sanctum, and you do some wild things there. So those are those 2 decks. Let me know your thoughts. If you think there's anything I missed that you find really interesting, which one would you choose? Hope you enjoyed this, and as always, folks, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.